third time's a charm. Maybe. I don't know. We'll find out. So, may I get into the story? Last night I had a wedding I went to. So the wedding was fun. I always have mixed feelings about anything and everything I do, and I don't necessarily verbalize them because who wants to listen to it? Yeah, neither do I. So I just like internally have those dialogues with myself, and then I just get over it. And like, I'm not saying that now I feel bothered by it, but in the time span I did, and that was annoying to me personally, because I'm like, why do I give a shit when I don't really give a shit? But just to give a shit, like I was offended that I was unoffended, but offended that I was offended, and it's just point. The point is, I felt like, it's not guilty, I felt left out, maybe disincluded. Like in a lot of areas, I feel like I'm there, but I'm not, if that makes any sense. I'm not trying to say like disassociating, but like, you know, maybe you don't, because you might be the person that either excludes people or you just might always be included no matter what. But for those that get it, do you know the feeling when you're invited into a group and you still feel like you're not in the group? Like, yeah, you're around them, you're communicating with them, but still like, I feel like I'm outside, but I'm inside. But you tell me I'm inside, I'm aware that I'm inside, but I also feel like I'm outside. And that's the only way I can explain it, just because that's the best way I can explain it. And why I felt like I was outside even though I'm inside is because this whole entire orphan thing is always going to hover over my head until if I ever have my own family, but when I ever have my own family. And that's because in my mind, this will always stick true no matter what anybody says to me. I'm an add-on. At any point, you can choose to kick me out your cart, nobody's gonna look at you differently. I'm not blood. I am long stories, many memories. I've helped, they've helped. We have a lot of good time with each other, and 9 times out of 10, I'm not an issue. And I say 9 times out of 10 because it really just all depends on who you are and how you think mentally. Are you the type when people give you responses back, are you like, oh, that's an excuse, or oh, thank you for elaborating and explaining things more? So there's that, and then also I am aware for as many people as I've communicated with, as many people as I've been around, and even to myself I find myself annoying at times. So I do get, I'm not perfect, and even if I was, they murdered that perfect person, remember? Or at least that's what I remember from the stories, either way. So I'm aware, that's why a lot more than not I give those 9 times out of 10s, because to be perfect is an anomaly in existence, and we don't like anomalies. Well, I personally am just like, God damn, let me take a photo, let me take a video, let me tell a bunch of people, they ain't gonna believe this anomaly. But other people, they're scared of them. Other people, they don't want to learn about them. Other people, it's like, oh, if it's not right, then get rid of it, throw it away, destroy it and stuff. Oh shit, that ain't right, but damn. Okay, we should make more things like that. Like, damn. I admire its uniqueness and how it never really destroys anything around it. It still adds value or doesn't diminish value to begin with, or whatever. The point I'm trying to get at is that's like a consistent turmoil that I go on in inside, and I don't personally try to let it leak out on the outside. But while I'm on this topic of the internal conflict, there's this external thing that I tend to do, and this is why I like to look at myself. It's not 50-50, because like I would say sometimes I do find myself, God damn, he is sexy. Woo! Shit. Oh, let's shave this, or ooh, let's brush this, or oh, let's fix this up. But most of the times I'm looking at myself because I get this whole entire, like, I got way more as a child compared to as an adult, because it just happens so much. If you keep coming to me with the exact same issue, at some point or another, if I genuinely give a shit, I'm gonna fix it. But if I don't, we're gonna play this game till the end of time, or until our connection's broken up, either way. So, this, something I can show you more than just try to explain it. It's the RBF, resting bitch face, from what I've learned it to be coined as, and I believe I do have that, because people ask me, what's wrong, are you upset, what's wrong, what are you thinking of, and it's just like, I don't know, I have to put work into having a name in the face, or at least a softer face. So I didn't always think about that as a child, But like I said, as time's progressed, I got annoyed with hearing that shit. Like after the 150th, are you mad? What's wrong with you? Why do you look upset? What are you thinking? There wasn't a problem when the first person asked. And I know it's not your fault that every motherfucker past you before you and even you keeps asking me if I'm upset. I wasn't until you came through. It's not you personally, it's just all of you. So leave me the fuck be. Do I always have to be cheesing? No, I just have to keep my face a little bit softer than it normally is. My face isn't really a soft face. Look at it. What's wrong with you? I don't fucking know. Mental issues, maybe? Physical issues? I don't know. Trauma? I don't know. Y'all don't listen? I don't fucking know. I can tell you what the fuck's gonna happen. You're still gonna be like, oh, I'm surprised. I wasn't. That's why it's hard to scare me most of the times. But it's because I have this hyperactive, anxiety-filled and riddled mind that I speak the way that I do. And also because I generally believe people do not want to listen. They just want to... The main points, and I don't necessarily know what the main point is, because to each individual, we focus on different things. Some people care about the cost, some people care about the travel, some people care about the size, some people care about the color, some people care about the thing. I don't know. And some care about all of them, some care about a few of them, some care about none of them. And that is what's always going on in my head, trying to figure out where do you fit. And before I even started trying to make this, I was thinking like, people break up, at least in my mindset, in like 3 different categories, maybe a couple more if I put more thoughts into it. But it's either the delegator, the organizer, well, not the delegator, the doer, and the thinker. And how I'm thinking of how these kind of break down is the delegator always finds somebody to do it, no matter what it is and no matter how hard they have to try. They will make somebody else instead of doing it. The doers clearly are the ones that do the shit that needs to get done, regardless of what it is, and no matter how long it takes, they're going to do it. So essentially, it's like the complete counterpart of the delegator. Delegator will go above and beyond to find somebody else to do what they don't want to do. Well, the doer will go above and beyond to get it done, regardless of the time, the space, the effort, this, that. And then the thinker, yet again, above and beyond with all of them, to be honest, they will think of just about every little thing to make sure whatever they're trying to do, or I guess they could be a controller, depending on how over the top they want to be with it, because there's giving people plans and then there's forcing people to do those plans. Giving people plans as a thinker, forcing people to do those plans, or at least my mindset, is now becoming controller and or controlling, because it's like, hey, if you guys want to do this, that's cool. Leader, y'all doing this shit, I'm gonna fuck what you say. Boss. Well, that's how I think. So, I consider myself to be a doer. Sometimes I do transition to a thinker, but I rarely ever delegate. I genuinely, absolutely hate asking for help, getting help, waiting for help. Anything that has to do with help, I don't want. If you're not willing to help like this, now, give me a minute. Everybody's minutes are different. Some people's literally 60 seconds, some of them's 59 seconds, some of them's 2 seconds, some of them is 20 hours. So I don't want to play around with it, because nobody's obligated to help you. You could have just told me the truth, but sometimes it's easier to lie because, well, conflict issues, and I don't want to conflict, so I just figure the path with least resistance, so I'll say yes, but I really mean no. And you'll know I mean no because I don't go, because, well, I said yes, but in time, and I'll always say, give me time, and give me more time, and then more time, and oh, you already got it done. I was coming this time, but I'm just saying, like, I would have helped you. Why didn't you ask me to? And it's just, you just like to disturb things. The disturber, how about that? Goes above and beyond to disturb people no matter what. Because, like, I generally believe some people will set the house on fire, and it's not because somebody is invading the house. It's not because it would save people in the house. It's not because they wanted to or needed to. It's just because. Like, I generally believe just because sometimes how I slip into that mindset of I just do shit just because. And it's because in my thought processes, if I want to see more of what I want to see in the world, I also have to become it, as well as, why the fuck not? How much time and energy did it really take me to be kind to somebody? And I will admit, regardless of the fact that either one of them is free, it doesn't feel like it is half the time. Because some people I've been kind to, I'm just like, I would have just been happier if I just punched them in the face and took the charges. God, man, this fucking feels icky. Get me away from this. I don't even want to deal with this motherfucker ever again. Fuck that shit. No, you couldn't pay me enough to deal with this motherfucker. What? No. I quit this job. There's billions of jobs, billions of women. There's billions of everything. So I don't give a fuck about this one that don't accept me. I gotta keep going through. as many no's as I get, I'll eventually get the yes, and it's just the right yes. I don't give a fuck if I get a lot of yeses. I just need a good yes, a heavy yes, a sexy yes, a splendid yes, not just a yes that doesn't really take me anywhere, or that false yes that just really means no, but you told me yes because you don't want to argue over the no, you don't want to give me reasons to. You just say yes and then say next time and then give me more time and then give me more time and then you never come through. I'm just saying, I'd rather the truth. I hate playing these stupid games, but they tell me I have to because the other people have money and I need money too. I don't need to want the money, but money needs me too. Not necessarily. I just said things all confusingly to see if you guys were listening through. So what I'm trying to get at is life has never not confused me. It's just being able to express it and explain it in a way that people get me. But not everybody's going to get what I say and when I say it. And no matter how loud or low I say, some people hear me clearly and some people are confused by me. And I'm just trying to figure out, is it the way that I say, or is it how I say, or is it my... Most of the time it's me. I go in, then look out trying to figure out who's really the problem after I'm like, you, Ethan! What have you done to make this more troublesome than it needed to be? It could have been simple. It's 1, 2, 3, not 1, 5, 7, 26, and then where did these numbers come from? How the hell did you fuck up? You do so great, I'm amazed, and you fuck up, I'm amazed too. And it's just like, wow! You hit both ends of the spectrum. And I never know how to acclimate to the room correctly. Like, what bothers me in existence is there's not a syllabus for a room that you enter into, and I feel like that's kind of like autistic-ish, I don't know, or more education, maybe more I could pinpoint what mindsets work with the thought process I have, because I just know that I think the way that I do, but how do I explain it to you? Because you're not expected to believe it. You probably think this is just show and I'm making up for the view, and that's just, no, go through. I have many videos where I speak, act, and maybe tweak it a little bit, but I'm also trying to admit in every single video I'm crazy as shit. I just make it work.
There's a lane closure ahead.
Or they make me work. Either way, I'm not rich. I'm just trying to make things fit, and I don't know where the fuck I fit in. I just fit out. Even though they invite me into groups, I still feel like, hey, did you let me in the room? I feel like you're not telling me something. Like, it's just inside of me, something is telling me, leave. Do what you can do, but remember, focus on you. Because I'm the only one that can't leave. Even though they invite me into the rooms, I feel like there's another room. I am both, the lock and the key. As well as the door. The only one stopping me is me, but what am I stopping me for? I don't really see the opportunities that most people see, because when I see things, I'm just like, wow. How's the story gonna end? Where's the story gonna go? It seems more draining than it has to be. I don't really want to interact with this. I go the path of least resistance. No, I'm just gonna tell you no, even if you're mad at me. I know that you're going to leave eventually, even if that's the one that takes you, possibly. Life and opportunities, you continue to live without me. You're not dead in reality, you're just dead to me. So therefore, you continue to do what makes you happy, and I do what makes me happy. I don't feel crappy that you had to leave, wanted to leave, just chose to leave, drifted away like, wait a second. Oh yeah, you're not chained to me. I always gotta remember, thank you for coming, and you're always welcome to leave. Some people can return whenever they want to, and some people, you need to find the right room, because this ain't the room for you. This is my room, and I want you here, and I don't care if you say I'm not being nice to you, because I could have been more aggressive and more rude. I just said, please leave. And then when you continue to stay, I said, one more time, I want you to go. And then when you continue to be even more, I was like, okay, time to pull out the inner asshole. And that's when I get aggressive. I like to leave warnings because, well, I'd like a warning or two, maybe 3, probably not. I get it after you speak it so bluntly to me. Stop being so coded with the transactions. Speak like I'm mentally retarded. Leave. I don't like you because you're black. I don't like you because you're young. I don't like you because the way you speak. I don't like you because you paint your nails. I don't like you because you have a pick in your hair. I don't like you because you just don't care. I don't like you here. I don't like you near. I don't like you far. I don't like you in my house. I don't like you in my car. I wouldn't like you on my street. And I wouldn't like you in my state. State that clearly to me, and I'll get it. Oh shit! I probably should leave. with haste and maybe. Eventually might pick a decent pace to get away just because, well, I don't like being places where I'm not invited or welcome, because they might invite me, but hey, somebody gotta get the work done. And I know I work like a horse do, so what do I gotta do? And how long do I gotta do it for? And how much they paying me, because I know Uncle Sam taking a cut of the bitch, and I just need to make sure I can keep the roof over my head and the fucking cars under my feet. I just need to make sure I can still go from point A to point B in a decent time that they want to keep me. So how long is it going to take? And how long are you going to pay me for? Or are you just going to promise these things but never deliver this shit? Ah, shit! It's not delivery. That's not DiGiorno. It's a big middle finger, because they always be fucking people. To treat others as equal is to treat them differently. Because I can't treat the walking like I treat the fucking crippled people that don't use their legs, can't use their legs, or can't use their brain, or can't, never could, and I was taught can't before I taught I could. People question, how did you do that? I'm like, I never thought I couldn't do it. That's why I did. And some things I thought I couldn't do, I never did, and that always bothers me. Can't, never could do, and sometimes I think I can. Most of the times I don't even think I can. I just continue to do, and I'm just like, oh shit! I keep making it through. Tomorrow's not promised. I'll bet you I'll make it. Oh yeah, I also want to fit this into a video. I get so many dimes. I don't even notice why I missed one. She only want the bag from me, but my sperm kind of dead. I don't know how the hell I'm gonna give her a baby. I might be crazy, but she want to do it aggressively towards her, and I'm just like, I'm only aggressively towards me. I can't believe half the things that I see. I need to reenact. I needed to repeat. I need you to re-say. I need to remember, and that's the biggest problem for me. I can't remember. Was it you? Was it her? Was it her? Was it her? Was it her? All these bitches look the same to me, especially when they annoy the living shit out of me, and then try to lie to me, and then try to cheat on me. Nah, I was looking for a woman. I found a bitch. All these costumes confuse the fuck out of me. I don't give a fuck as long as she got a vagina, and that's before or after God told her what she was supposed to be. I'm just telling you, I approve of any man, dude, chick, as long as you're not part of the cardinal sins that piss me off, like raping, molesting, kidnapping, the things that don't belong to you. I do believe if somebody took your child from you, take your child back from them. I don't give a fuck if it's the government or the baby daddy, baby mama, baby. As long as it's not done consensually, I thought this is called parenting.
Keep right to stay on US 23 South. Follow signs for Ann Arbor, Toledo.
So don't take shit from me. I want to do things respectfully, but other people say, you gotta earn respect. Other people say, well, you're getting respect. And other people say, I'll never respect you because of your youth. I'll never respect you because you're color. I'll never respect you.
Keep right to stay on US 23 South.
So what am I to do? Continue to get bitch slapped when the police won't help me. Continue to get abused when nobody likes me. Continue to be misused when...
Continue for 45 miles.
If I don't love me, then who will? If I don't protect me, then who will? If I don't do the things that I need to do for me, then I'm just a wasted, what? Experience, talent, storyline. I'm just doing what I was supposed to, and I actually don't know what the fuck that is. I'd be forgetting shit. I just know that eventually I'll remember it, and I just hope I'm not too old to accomplish it. So long as I am existing, I will always have time, but what is death? Just a transition in life. Because energy cannot be destroyed. And what are we? Manos. What are we? Molecules. What are we? Energy. What are we? What the fuck we want to be? I'm a real life actor. Because I be whoever the fuck I want to be. I'm a junk removal. I used to be a janitor, and I used to be, well, not a CNA or an STNA. I just used to caregive, and that was ever since 3, 4. I've been doing this longer than most people have. I know I'm only 27 years old, but how have you been doing this for so long, Ethan? You're lying about this shit. I was given a different path than anybody. Everybody got a different path than any other one. Even if you are twins, you're still living 2 different lives. I'm just saying. I wasn't the only disabled one in my life, and that's probably why I'm so patient. I treat the kids, the elderly, as well as the people that are aged like me and the mentally and or physically disabled people exactly the same, especially when I know nothing of them. I am peace. I am calm. As long as you're not an asshole to me, an asshole no matter what you look like, no matter how you act. I do believe anybody can be kind and anybody can be rude. And some of the meanest people I've met dress so nicely. Where'd you get that suit? Where'd you get that dress? And some of the nicest people I've met, I don't want your help, but thank you. Where'd that snow come from? Well, how the fuck you keep walking in those shoes? What? Somebody's testing me right now. It just be how it be. That's why I don't really judge a book by its cover, but I'm also not gonna sit and read. I try to learn you for who you are, and I also am aware some people just love acting. So, am I learning you or am I learning the part? It takes sometimes a couple months and sometimes a couple moments. And I know this in time I will figure out the true you, not just the you that you show to everybody. I want to see the you that you only show in the mirror, assuming you spend any time in it. I'm just saying, I know some people come out authentic and some people don't forget to wear their costume before they leave. I'm both ugly and beautiful, regardless if you believe me. I've got a lot of things I've told you honestly. It just sounds too damn bizarre, weird, strange. This nigga gotta be lying. Oh, I wish I did lie as much as most people do. I lie as much as I need to, and honestly, it's not much lying I need to do. I'm so damn honest. People just tell me, shh, we don't want to hear from you. Okay. If you don't want to hear the truth, then don't ask me nothing. I ain't gonna tell you shit. Well, you already know the people I need to lie to, because, well, they could imprison me for what? I was just trying to be a nice dude. But what's nice? What side of the fence do I stand on? How the fuck can I be right when I'm always wrong, supposedly? I don't know. Maybe it's because of my youth. Maybe it's because of my skin color. Maybe it's because of my education. Maybe it's because of X, Y, Z, A, B, C. Some people will never tell you the truth. And then once you learn that, you stop listening to them. Because a liar is always going to lie, an honest person is going to be honest. But those people that know that circumstances dictate means that I only lied because I had to. I only lied to save you. I only lied to save me. I only lied because they were going to hurt you. I only lied because they were going to steal from you. I only lied because, well, I wanted to see something. And I only lied because there was a good reason to. I didn't lie just to lie. I lied because I was trying to help us. Mainly me. Not always me. Sometimes it's you and I, but you're not even helping yourself, so I can only protect me. The only person I can never leave is myself. So I love me first. If I have enough love left, I'll try to love you. But if you're unlovable, well, unlovable to me is lovable to others. I know I'm possible. It's also an impossible. What's not possible for me is not impossible for somebody else, because we don't have the same skill set. And where I lack, I hope you can rise. And where I rise, I hope you don't lack. See, even when we're in competition, I hate you lovingly. I have no room for hate. Either I know you or I don't. And only in time will the truth be shown if I do know or if I think I know. I don't know what I do know, but what I do think I know is this shit insane though. This shit gotta be a game. I mean, that's just what makes more sense to me, especially knowing the things I do know, regardless if anybody believes me. Thank you for listening to my madness on my drive back from the wedding. Let me talk a little bit more about the wedding, because that's more or less why I started this, but I didn't really touch. So what happened at the wedding is, I wouldn't say anything too crazy. Had fun, had about 4 drinks. They should have known my drink at this point. All 4 of them bitches the same. Pineapple upside down cake. I was very upset that there was no cake, but actually I was upset about 2 things. 1, there was no cake. 2, they handed me the drink right side up. Why is it upside down? Y'all just lied to me about everything on this shit. Yes, it did have pineapple in it. I watched her pour the drink because I wanted to make sure. Is it all a lie? It's gonna be called pineapple upside down cake? You fucking put watermelon in the bitch? No, thank you. No! So there's at least one part I was honest about it. 4 of those. And I would say, because I stayed there for about 5 hours, because maybe roughly. Got there roughly about 3 something, left about 11 something. That's probably more than 5 hours. I don't know. I had, at least within like the first 2 hour windows, I had 2 And then roughly about the last 2 hours that I was there, I had 2 more. Now, I had 4 drinks, and I would say, 4 alcoholic drinks. I'd say I had about 8 waters. Why? Because I know who mommy be. I know who and how so I make sure that, for the fact that 9 times out of 10, actually this one could be a 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10, I'm high. So therefore, I know that I can't get crossfaded from my experiences with weed and alcohol. No, I black out, and not in a fun way, sadly. And I'm like, I cause chaos. It's all bad on me, my part. I don't like how I feel like get too crossfaded. So because I'm always smoking pens, I'm just like, if I'm moderate, I can pace. I don't do well at it often, but when I am aware of a lot of people that I don't know, with some people I do know, and it's like I always kind of go into caregiver mode, just like as my default setting, regardless of where I'm at. So it's like I'll have a drink or two, dependent heavily on the group. So I had like 4 drinks, like I said, 2 at the beginning, basically right off the rip. Back to back, like I drank the first one, and then I had the second one within like 5 to 10 minutes later. And because of the way that I consume things, I knew I could have gotten fucked up like everybody else. But I plan on driving, so I was like, no. And also, like I said, default caregiver mode. So therefore, no, I can't caretake if I'm being caretaken, and that has, I can't say that has never happened to me outside of being a child, which I don't also 100% believe I was caretaken a lot. Just because I have been a low support need person all of my existence, more or less. Like, aside from just being heavily overly stimulated by rooms and just not wanting to be in places, just because I can literally feel what energies, like people are fucking touching me, or there's like bugs crawling my skin, like I can feel my hair stand. And I would say those type of feelings come in like 3 different ways, like I explained it. Like sometimes I feel the energy in the room, like somebody's fucking touching me. Sometimes I feel like there's bugs crawling all over my fucking skin, like bed bugs. I could actually have that related experience. And then sometimes it just feels like my hair's standing. I'm just like, what the fuck? It's not every room that I feel bothered by it. I would say having headphones does mitigate the overstimulation. But just looking the way that I do, being able to communicate the way that I do, it also doesn't help with the trying to say that I am what I am, because you can't be. Well, educate yourself more. Or no, either way. Believe what you want to believe. I believe anything is possible with enough consistency and delusion. It doesn't have to work how you originally thought, but it can work eventually. Either way. So 4 drinks. I definitely did a lot of dancing. What else did I do? I helped with some chair set downs, not setups. I also took a mother, a son to the mother, and his wife, the son's wife. This is a funny thing. And then another lady that was related to the bride, so another daughter. Well, daughter-in-law is not daughter. Daughter-in-law, and then a son, and then a mother. I helped caretake, and it wasn't just me. It was like why the fuck my hands so stiff? This one's so stiff. It was like a 3-team caregiving group. We don't even know how the fuck we agreed to this. Okay, I agreed to it because I've known him for so long, and I just, like I said, default caregiver. And then the dude, he was kind of into it because his girlfriend was helping out. I was like, hey, I love her, so I'm just helping her help them. So I remember talking to him back and forth. Like, I'm just trying to leave. I'm trying to go home. I'm trying to go to sleep. Like, relatable. That's why I'm single, because I can leave when the fuck I want to. And I don't have to worry about somebody, XYZ, ABC. It's just like, just leave when you're done. I don't give a fuck if we've been together for a day, a week, a month, a year. Leave when you're done. Don't cheat. Just leave when you're done. What I mean by leave when you're done is just like, hey, I don't want to be here anymore. Fine. I'm one of those blunt. I'm one of those weirds. When you're done, just let me know. That's all I care about. Because I don't want to spend and waste my time and loyalty on someone or something that... So I'm going to be loyal and delulu and simp over something that I do not... Because I am 100% different strokes for different folks. Some people love cuckolding. Some people love open relationships. Some people love swingers. Some people love to do that stuff. But if we never agreed to that in the beginning, then just leave when we're done. Well, you're done. Or we're done. That's definitely my goal. The day that I wake up and you don't bring me joy, not necessarily bring me joy, because joy has to come from within myself. The day that I wake up and I do not feel like you amplify and or help keep my joy consistent. Like the day that I feel like you're more of a headache, like I can never do right in your eyes, I'm just going to be like, Wow, that was fun while it lasted. Okay, time for a new experience. And I'm not somebody that needs to be in a relationship. Like, I would say generally my whole entire existence, I've been alone, minus the fact, like, back to the analogy of being invited into places but still feeling like I'm outside. Yeah, I've been in groups, been in relationships, but not like poly groups. I meant like family. Family is what I mean by saying groups, not poly. I've never done poly. Probably would. No. Okay, so I had one opportunity to be in a poly relationship. Not to say that I couldn't have multiple opportunities. Look at me, I'm pretty. I just don't always believe it. So I had an opportunity at one point, and to me personally, I didn't fuck with it. I didn't even try to fuck with it, just because a lot of things don't make it out of the storyboard inside my head. And what I mean by that is, I thought about it, and I'm like, you have to be very intellectual, or I don't know. My thought process, the main reason why I feel like poly wouldn't work for me is because if you're upset at me, I do not. No. If you're upset at like the partner, I don't want you to take it out on me. What the fuck did I do? I just came through. I just came to try to love and all over you. Why you mad at me? What did I do? So that was my biggest thing, but that can happen anywhere. I just think I'm not a fan of sharing. I'll be honest. I'll share a lot of other things. Why the fuck I gotta share her? What? Why? Like, I gotta share with the world? Fuck it. She can talk to anybody. She can hang out with anybody. She can go on dates, quote unquote, as long as nobody's fucking her. That's literally where I draw the line. Like, you could literally. Let me rephrase that. I draw the line at physical interactions with people outside of hugging. Let me draw the line one more time. I draw the line out of physical interactions outside of sexual hugging. I don't know what sexual hugging means, but you get what I mean. Like, side hugs only. I don't know. I'm trying not to be too controlling. It sounds like that. Because, like, I'm not saying I'm insecure, but if they're going to cheat, they're going to cheat, I guess is what I'm getting at. And, like, I'm trying to think of, like, what could I mitigate to allow my partner to want to cheat, when more or less cheating is more just a mindset and something that they've already committed to. And no matter how extensive I make and detailed I make these rules, that don't mean she can't just be like, God damn. Woo! His dick imprint, his muscles, his smile, his height, his bank account, his charisma, his passion, the way that he expresses himself, the way he holds himself, his cologne game, his I don't know what the fuck it would be that might make a girl want to not want me over him or him over me. I never, because I'll be honest, even though I'm continuing to get off the web countless of times, I have been a helper in cheating. I don't know why, because there's been times where I didn't know ahead of time, and there's times I didn't know before times. It's just like, how can I be guilty if I didn't know? This chick didn't even tell me until after I came through. Also in the infidelity case as well. I didn't know she was married. I paid for the room. I talked to her a couple times. Actually, not a couple times. Let's say I've done a lot of. She was a one-night stand. I wouldn't say I've done a lot of one-night stands. I generally don't like one-night stands. If I fucked her once, I at least want to fuck her twice. For the most part, not everyone. But she was a one-night stand. We did have sex twice that night, so I was like, sometimes I feel like it doesn't count one-night stand. So where I'm going with this is, it's like during one of the daylight savings time, when the hour goes back. Yeah, that one. And I just remembered it was gonna get to like 3 o'clock, and then went back to 1 o'clock, or was it about to be like 2 o'clock and went back to, either way, it went back. I don't know. It went back, so I was like, oh shit, maybe we were supposed to hang out. So like, I just remembered I wasn't 21 yet, so I couldn't get a hotel, motel, Holiday Inn. So I just paid for it. She used her card. She stayed the rest of the night, but I stayed for as long as I wanted to, needed to. And I remember we smoked. We had sex twice, and then when I was about to leave, she's like, can I tell you something? I'm like, yeah, sure. She's like, promise not to be mad at me. I'm confused. I'm like, I barely know you. How the fuck could I be mad at you? Tell me. So, like, I'll be more pissed if you're like, hey, can I tell you something? You don't tell me. Like, God, does that shit piss me off? So, don't do that shit. Please don't. Ever do that shit. That's the point. So I was like, go ahead, tell me. She's like, I'm married. I'm like, what? So yeah, I'm married. Like, and she proceeds to tell me that I remind her of her brother. I'm like, don't have enough time to unpack that. Her brother, because I, for some reason, thought I sounded like I said mother. Either way. So I was like, huh? She's like, yeah, but he's an asshole. Not her brother. The man that she was married to is married to. I don't fucking know. So I was like, well, as long as he's an asshole, it makes me kind of feel a little better. But I don't go out to help with cheating. I go out to have fun, and what I realize is no matter if I'm the one that's cheating, as in, yes, I have cheated. Why? Because I felt lonely. Where's my girlfriend? Not here, so want to be my girlfriend for now? Or just a girlfriend? I don't know. Give me fellatio. Either way. The main reason why I cheated is because I felt like I always chose the wrong person, regardless of being committed. I never felt committed. What I learned as an adult, not an adult, what I learned as a child is I'm not allowed to cheat on my wife. This is my girlfriend. She ain't my wife. I don't give a fuck. So that's honestly one of my 3 reasons why I believe I cheated, aside from just being young, stupid, and not giving a shit. A lot of these Americans' customs don't make sense to me. And I grew up in a lot, very churchish. Like, I grew up Christian, but I'm definitely an anti-hero. Back to the point. So, drank, danced at the wedding, took photos. Oh shit, I can actually show that. Solo and together. Give me a sec. I'll figure this out. Found it! I can't remember if this one's a solo or the other one. It's a solo. So I took photos. I think it was a wonderful experience. Pretty sure I watched a couple couples. Oh, this is what I want to talk about. I don't like drunk people anymore. Not necessarily. Okay. Where am I getting with this? So, oh hell no, I need this bitch on now. So, at the wedding.
Continue on US 23 South for 21 miles.
At the wedding, per usual, a lot of weddings tend to have people that drink, like to get drunk, either way, either that. On top of the babysitting, I just felt like, where was I going with this? Where was I trying to go with this? I need to get away from this motorcyclist. Okay, you know, there's the happy drunks, the crazy drunks, the I love you drunks, the just... The mother, she was a woo party drunk, eventually falls past out. That was actually my favorite part of the night. So as I was trying to babysit them, watch them, as well as do my own shit, because I drank so much water, I'm pissing out. I'm watching my piss. My shit went from being like yellow tinged to clear. Like I felt myself sobering up for every piss. Like, yeah, woo! 3 more pisses, I'm be able to drive. 2 more pisses, I'm be able to drive. Woo! I gotta leave. Back to the point. So, son, wife, and mom all together. Son, maybe more fucked up than mom and wife. I'm pretty sure he's more fucked up. I'm pretty sure he was more fucked up. He is. They're all sober now. Hangover time, actually. That's what I'm getting at. So, son, more fucked up than both of them, somehow thought, oh, I'm gonna help walk you gals somewhere. I'm thinking as a sober one, minus the weed. Like, would you know the difference? Exactly. As the most sober one there, and not necessarily there, but around that area, I'm watching them, I'm just like, oh, it's gonna be fun. Because you can't do more than you can do, and I try to do what I could do. I was providing people with water. I was even trying to remind them to drink water as they're drinking alcohol, but people tend not to remember, care, I don't know. There's many reasons why they don't. But I thought it was funny watching all 3 of them fall. Squashed water. Because I gave them all water. I gave the son water, I gave the wife water, I gave the mother water. And then, like, just watching them drunk is just funny and annoying, but funny. And it makes me think, yes, I want alcohol at my wedding if I choose to ever have one, get married, blah this, blah that. But I also want babysitters. And that's because I know the drunk people I'm going to have at my party, more or less. So I'm going to hire babysitters because I don't want to babysit at my own goddamn wedding. Honestly, I kind of only want to be there for 20 minutes and still have like a 2-hour party. Where'd the groom go? I don't fucking know. You'll probably find me on the soccer field or somewhere hiding. One of the 2. Yeah, cause for as much as I like to socialize, I don't. I generally don't. I've got like maybe 100 conversations to me within the day. And a lot of them could already happen with just me and myself. I count them, bitches. I count them. I'll have 72 with me. That leaves roughly about 30-something, low 30s, high 20s for you guys. So, like, Leave me alone. I just want to be communicated with. But because I live normal, act normal, what the fuck is normal? A setting on a washer, I think, or a dishwasher. It's a setting on an electrical device, I think. Either way, I think the wedding was fun. I think I had fun, or at least whatever my version of fun can be. I even yesterday went driving around trying to figure out wedding gifts and stuff like that, and because the bride is a 420 friendly type of person, it made it somewhat, actually both of them are 420 friendly-ish, so it made it easy, at least to me, because I don't know what the fuck to grab, so I was like, okay. And then, what else happened at the wedding? Drunk people can be fun and funny, but like, these drunk people, 50-50. I think to me, what bothered me a little bit the most is the wife. I'm trying to figure out how much of the story I want to explain from my point of view. Really doing my best not to be a dick. That's as far as I'm going with this, just because I firmly believe the things I believe, and I'm trying not to be a hater when I say the things I say. But as somebody that has been able to see things for what they are, and also I'm more or less a firm believer in multiple realities, existence, dimensions, so therefore I could be right and also wrong. But I'm just leaving it there, fuck it. I know what I mean when I say half these things. Sometimes I leave codes for me, and sometimes I just display the truth. Either fucking way, it was fun. I'm glad I was invited. I'm glad that I have this experience, these moments, these photos, these memories, and the future will always be unpredictable. But for some reason, I think I can predict it. Rather, if it's a desert wasteland or a beautiful, overgrown type of scenery, I rarely see it as futuristic, like iRobot, like technology ever won. I see man destroyed everything, and Mother Nature took over everything. I don't see robots taking over anything. I think that's enough time for my madness. So, thank you for listening to me someone talk about the wedding and then talk about everything else. Because I don't know how to stay on track, and I've never known how to stay on track, and that's why I never liked track. I actually did do track. I generally didn't like track. I don't like any sport where I don't feel like I'm valued or actually needed there. Yet again, I'm in the group, but I feel like I'm out of the room. I feel like I'm missing something. I feel like I'm here, but I'm not. So, I guess I'll just continue to